What we're going to be going over in this tutorial are our dumbbell internal rotation deadlifts. Now, you do need three things for this exercise. You are going to need either a dumbbell or a kettlebell. One or the other will work perfectly fine. You will need a foam roller or something that you can place on the inside of your knee. And then the third thing you'll need is a wall or a pole, something firm that we can drive our knee into, like so. Okay, now I love using a foam roller for this one. If you don't have a foam roller, you can really use anything that's pretty firm. You might find if you're trying to use maybe like a basketball or a soccer ball, that there might not be enough space in between yourself and the wall, so it'll be really crowded. So ideally, use a foam roller, okay? Now, what you're gonna need to do for this one is whichever leg we're working is the outside leg. So I'm gonna be working my right leg because it's my outside leg compared to the wall. I'm gonna get into a bit of a split stance, very similar to our B stance RDL, okay? And I'm gonna drive my knee into the foam roller, trying to push the foam roller through the wall, okay? Now, as you can see, I'm in my little split stance here, and I'm putting all of my body weight into this front leg, okay? I may only have 2% of my body weight in that back leg, not much at all. My back leg is more so there for that guided stability to maintain my balance, okay? Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab onto the dumbbell with the opposite hand to my front leg. So my front leg is my right, that's the one driving the foam roller into the wall, and I'm holding onto the dumbbell with my left arm. All I want you to do from here is keep a nice proud chest, and we're literally going to do a single leg deadlift. So I want you to hinge at the hips. As we reach that dumbbell down, we have a slight bend in the knee. Now, while we're doing this movement, we must maintain that constant internal pressure into the foam roller before we then drive our hips back forwards towards the dumbbell. Okay, I'm pushing my bum back. I get a slight bend in my knee, driving that foam roller in before we drive back up. Now, what I don't want to see you do is as you come down is rotating away. Okay, we need to keep our chest parallel to the floor the entire time. So one more on this angle, and I'm going to go to this side for you. So we rotate and hinge down, back up. My chest is parallel. Then when we come over this side, I'm going to do my left leg now, just so you can see from this side. Okay, exact same thing. So I'm placing that foam roller on the inside of the outside leg. I'm grabbing onto the dumbbell with my opposite hand. Now from here, everything else is the same, okay? I'm staying really front foot heavy, and we're gonna hinge forwards as we reach that dumbbell down to the inside of our front foot before we drive back up. Notice here my back is staying nice and straight. We're not rounding over, we're staying nice and tall, and all that movement is coming from my hips, hinging before we drive back up. You might find this challenging, especially for the first time doing it, but for you guys, let's keep this simple. This is our single leg internal rotation deadlifts. Please be sure to send me through some videos of you completing this exercise. Try and get the best angles available, whether it is a side angle or a front angle, depending on the exercise. This way I can make sure that I'm helping you perform the best technique possible for the given exercise. Send through the videos in the direct chat available to you, and then I'll give you some feedback straight away.